This is your rotator cuff. You should, on a perfectly healthy person, this should be parallel with the table.
Really?
Yeah, I can't get there, but I'm a lot closer than this. I can probably only get to about here, like, myself, but this is very restricted, so.
What happens, because I'm not feeling any pain.
No.
What happens when you push against it?
Well, we'll find out in a second.
Okay.
First, I want to work on Serratus anterior, so I want you to just let that drop.
Oh, man.
This might be worse, sorry. You know what? Give me a nice grrr. Good. For the LMTs and clients watching this, notice I pushed the system really hard there. I can't just keep pushing. I gotta give them a little bit of a break. Just like the camera, the battery's been overheating and we have to give it a little time. I have to give him a little time now. At least you're not crazy like Liszt.
List?
Yeah.
Fucked his hands up.
Yeah. Sorry for the inside joke for musicians, but, well, not joke, but Liszt decided that he could play piano faster and better if he cut the tendons in his fingers, which did not produce the effect of him being able to play better and actually ruined his career. I mean, he was a composer, so it didn't, he was still able to write, but.
Rachmaninoff tried to increase his range with his hands by sticking wedges between his fingers. So his fingers would spread farther. And also wrecked his career.
Yeah. Not all of us can be Alan Holdsworth.
Right.
Alan Holdsworth is a guitar player who can, his reach is stupid long. It's insane, but it's because he's genetically just 6'8" or something. I don't even know how tall he is, but his finger, he's probably got Marfan syndrome for all I know, because his fingers are just so long. And for the people watching, when I finish, I don't immediately try to make it go anywhere. I just let it rest for a second or a few seconds, and it will gently start to fall on its own, usually. There. All right, you know what? I will take that. Take a quick look at where your arm is.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That's a real surprise.
That's talking amazing to the brain versus just thinking about the muscles, right? Like we talk to your brain throughout that. So I will take that. All right. I think I got to give you a few minutes of reward time after all of that.
Okay.
So we're just going to do a little bit of neck work.
Okay.
Slowly turn your head towards the right. And come back. And slowly turn towards the left. This is going to be a little bit more interesting on this side.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I said I was giving you a reward, but here I am being mean to you again. Honestly, I'm starting to think that we need to get a PT involved for this left shoulder with you, if that's at all possible.
Yeah.
A good one. I don't know, does the Lumineers travel with anybody like that or no?
No.
That might be worth arguing for. For everybody in the band, not just you.
Yeah.
All right. Breathe into your collarbones and your armpits, nice and easy. You're done with all the mean stuff. Okay. You made it. I want to point out a few differences from the first time that I can remember. One is his stance is not quite as wide and not quite as externally rotated. And I'm starting to see the beginnings of a little bit, especially on the right side, of an arch, which is awesome. This looks to me more open and easy. The head's still sitting off to the right a little bit, but not that much, and I didn't really do much for that this time around, so that's like later stage stuff. But the big thing, to me, the huge thing, is this knee, right? That knee was really bent before, and now is almost better than the right side in terms of its ability to open backwards.
Wow.
And that is where you're going to get the support all the way up into that shoulder so that the shoulder feels like it's got something underneath it and supporting it, right? And so just notice the feeling of that knee, just to kind of check in with it and see, right?
Yeah.
Now, let's have you turn sideways. And let's see if we got a little bit better. Yeah, okay, so this is still behind the line, but not nearly as much, right? The knee is a little bit easier. So there's a definite feeling of a plumb line here. We could still give you homework to think about this going up into here a little bit, just as a, and thinking of the tailbone tucking a little. There we go. And maybe even that lifts your arches to do it. Yeah, there you go. Nice. That you're pressing your feet into the floor a little bit. Now we really have a nicer plumb line, and the head position looks fantastic. Right, his eyes are really right on the horizon, and this is far more open. Turn on the other side, because that was the left side that was more noticeably, yeah, and here, this is the really big change, right? That was super bent when we started, and that is like even straighter than the right knee. And you should feel like that's got more, it's got more of your back, so to speak.
Well, you know what I've noticed most of all is less tension in my neck.
Yeah. Yeah, and we barely touched his neck, honestly. Like, I did not do a whole neck sequence at all.